I was listening to this really interesting podcast yesterday with Aaron Abke and Andre Ducum that sparked a thought about the correlation and intersect between Christ consciousness, personal practice, and the importance of taking care of our temple, our body. And I want to connect and correlate it with this, what seems like in this global consciousness that we are having this massive struggle with purpose, with meaning, with feeling a connection to something greater than greater than ourselves, and that includes myself. That there is, whether through Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, or any other religion or philosophy, there is this mass exodus of religion and philosophy, and also this mass entering. And it's really interesting because at the core of it, it feels like there is parts of us that are wanting to feel our connection to the divine, the God, Spirit, universe, however relate to that which is. But what's really interesting, even further than that, is how we can get so lost in how to forge that connection. And I don't come with saying I have the answers, but really something to think about, which is my belief and what they present in the podcast, and I agree with, is that it isn't enough for us to read the good word, show up at church, and just say, for that reason, I will go to heaven or a holier place, and I am forgiven of all the other wrongdoings that I do. If I'm a good person and I read the Bible and I go to church, but then I'm a shit person outside of that, and I do mean things and hurtful things to myself and to other people around me, and I have a terrible diet, meaning I put terrible things into my body in terms of the food that I'm eating, the information that I'm consuming, the music that I'm listening to, the relationship that I'm having. We are the sum total of everything that we consume. And it is actually a pathway to experience divinity within us, Christ consciousness, when we take care of our temple, when we learn to love ourselves and our neighbor in deep union and reciprocity. And that's not to say that we need to be perfect, but to deny the fact that the closer that we become closer to God's Spirit universe, closer that we come to ourselves, because we are one and the same, me to you and you to me. And to take care of our temple, to have personal practice, allows us to have our body be able to receive the experiences that have been heralded for time and time past about having these mystical experiences, this connection to something that's greater than ourselves. Because when we learn how to breathe, when we learn how to move, when we learn how to eat and how to live reciprocally with God, with earth, that's when we remember. And we move away from the forgetfulness that is the source of all dis-ease, stress, anxiety, depression, hurt, pain, war, and into the remembrance of, holy shit, we are one species, all connected, and one and the same. We might have different ways of saying it, but it happens when we remember through cultivating that love within ourselves.